so that way I don't get back into that game.
Hello.
Hey, you're here. Guess I'll cancel my search. I can finally talk about E3 like I said I was going to do in this chat. How's it going?
Okay. That's going all right.
It's going all right. Did you watch all?
How are you?
Did you watch all of EA's presser?
So I skipped through all of the stuff I did not care about.
Awesome.
So if you want to talk about that string
Unravel.
yarn
That one
unraveled,
was a little
I
long.
don't care.
That one was a little long.
Yeah, I saw that it was a game I didn't play at all and skipped it. I skipped all the sports stuff. I basically just watched Anthem, I think,
Okay.
and the Command and Conquer
Lol.
mobile game.
Lol.
And what did they start with? They started with...
Alright, they started with Battlefield 5.
Yeah.
They didn't actually, in my opinion, show all that much. Probably that one little 3-minute trailer that they released like 2-3 weeks ago had more content in it than that. But, so the big things that they announced for Battlefield 5, they're adding in what they're calling a global operations feature, which to me sounds like some of the what was that first MMO FPS? What was that game? I can't remember what. PlanetSide. It kind of sounded like PlanetSide to me. But instead you have like fields of operation, and one side is winning the war in this particular field, so the battle line shifts day to day. That's kind of what it sounded like to me, but they didn't really say anything like that.
That's interesting, because I think didn't PlanetSide go free to play like a couple of years ago, and
There's a PlanetSide
like
2 somewhere in there too.
is PlanetSide 2 the most recent one where it went
Don't
free to
know.
play? Because I think
Neither of us played
PlanetSide's
it.
like super old, right?
Yes, PlanetSide is really old.
Yeah.
PlanetSide was probably around when dial-up was still around.
That's what I thought. So that's interesting that they're incorporating that, because I don't know that PlanetSide 2 still exists.
They showed a couple of little features that Battlefield players like. You can now drag along turrets and stuff with your vehicles. Yay, cool. Most destructible environments ever. Yay, cool. We use Frostbite engine.
Yeah, basically.
The other big thing they announced on there was that they're going to have a Battle Royale mode. Literally didn't say anything else, but we're going to have Battle Royale. Actually, they didn't even call it Battle Royale. They called it Royale. They just said, we're going to have Royale. Had nothing to add on that. That all said, if there was ever a FPS that was meant to be converted to a Battle Royale, it's somewhere between Arma and Battlefield. I don't...
Yeah, are they going to keep it squad-based, or are they doing...
Probably both.
The same,
there's no reason not to do both.
Style.
I don't see any reason why they wouldn't do both. Like, if you're going to have a Battle Royale game, there's no reason why not to have a solo queue, a duo queue, and a quad queue. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't have all three. Or the squads could be up to 6 people, which makes sense for Battlefield. Like, I would think you'd have singles, doubles, and squads. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah. But would they still have, like, the same Battlefield classes, where you have, like, medic and...
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, whatever.
Who knows? So after that,
that takes away from the gathering aspect of it, I guess.
Well, I think what you're going to see a lot of these other Battle Royale games is you're going to see a move away from that. Honestly, it's going to be a move away from the gather your weapons on the map and be more about just straight up gunfight. Like, that's how I suspect COD's going to be. You land in and you're just going to start shredding everything. Like, a COD Battle Royale game will take under 15 minutes.
Yeah.
100 people, 15 minutes, you're done. Battlefield, on the other hand, is the one that's going to take like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I can see people, like, bunkering down and that.
So after that, they went into some sports ball. Then they
skipped all that.
Yeah,
so.
we'll do the same in this little chat. Then they moved on to their what are they calling it? Originals? I think that's what they're calling it. Where they decide they're going to
Is that the
publish some.
cloud gaming shit?
No, no, no. That was.
Oh.
I'd have to go back to my chat window to see actually specifically. We can talk. I'm not even going to talk about that. That's so like 2012, cloud gaming. Literally
What is
2012.
cloud gaming? Yeah.
But their EA originals, they hyped out a Way Out, how they thought Way Out was extremely successful, which it was. It was incredibly successful for them. So they're going to try to do more of these EA originals projects. So they showed off Unravel 2, which wholesome gaming experience. It's out today.
Is that
literally?
co-op, or,
Literally,
I heard that you can switch between the two characters, so it sounded like it was just single player, but with two characters.
It's both. Like you can play it single player or with a partner. It kind of like the way it kind of looked like to me if you're playing it solo is it's probably like two brothers. Have you ever seen that game where you use each stick to control an individual character?
Yeah, I don't know if, but it looked like you had to actually switch. So I don't think it's like the same.
Well,
like,
they had at one point
the same
they dropped in a second player, too. Like most of that was
Right.
actually done with two people.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, with the main cool thing with two brothers is that, like, you control both of them with the same controller, and you just have the two joysticks, but I don't think they're doing that with Unraveled. I think you have to actually,
No.
like, switch between the two.
No, you're probably right. But either way, wholesome gaming experience.
Yeah.
And then they showed off sounds of something of some Solus. Sounds of Solus, something of Solus. SOS. I kept calling it SOS in chat, so I'm going to call it SOS.
Is that the one with the creepy lady in the paddle boat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, it looked
That
like
looked like their indie.
yeah, definitely
thing.
indie. It was very wholesome gaming experience as well. There really wasn't a lot to showcase off of it, but it looked interesting. Wholesome gaming experiences. Yeah, I always give thumbs up to wholesome gaming experiences.
Yeah.
I'm sure Ryan's going to say something sarcastic right now.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't want to kick you when you're down, man. You just make poor choices, that's all.
Thanks, bro. So after that, more sports ball. There's sports ball everywhere. Oh, I think I skipped over. They talked about Star Wars Battlefront 2, which I thought was probably one of the most hilarious pressers I've watched in a while. Because it literally opened with saying
Really?
we fucked up. We really messed. We really missed the boat on this one, guys. We're trying really hard now. That was literally how that went. Don't worry, everything will be fine.
Completely fix everything. Just give us like $20 to play as Darth Vader. Just like $20.
Okay. Side note tangent. That's literally my opinion of Destiny 2 right now. Already put $85 into this game. Now we want you to put in another 70 and everything will be fine. Everything's going to be perfect.
Like maybe I would have thought about buying the full expansion, but I got to buy the 2 DLCs I don't feel like playing. Fuck
yeah,
that.
that was bullshit too. That was
nope.
bullshit.
See, you guys were already dumb enough to buy those, but I didn't buy it. I'm like, well, no, I'm just not gonna buy the full expansion because I'm not gonna buy 2 things I'm never gonna play.
Yeah. I've heard they're gonna do a discounted release on the 2 expansions, but even so, that's total bullshit that you have to buy them to get the new expansion. That's literally should have been included in the new expansion just to piss everyone off. Yeah, the amount of money that we, the player, will have to throw into that game so Bungie can do their job better. Yeah, that's dumb. That's dumb and absurd, and I'm out, dog.
So you can get Destiny 1 back.
Yeah. Like that's dumb. I'm out, dog. I'm out. All right. Back now that we've done our little Destiny tangent there, move back to the EA. So yeah, Battlefront, Clone Wars is coming. Yay. I don't actually know anybody who plays Star Wars Battlefront 2. I literally know 0 people who play that game. Do you guys know anybody?
I think they're all probably mostly in like high school.
I had an interest in it, and then I saw their business model, and I was like, oh, no, I'm not gonna play that.
I think the only cool thing they said is everything's all the DLC content they're releasing sounds like it's just gonna be free from here on out. Like, sounds like you're gonna pay for cosmetics and that's about it. Which, if you wanted a theme for EA's press conference, there are no loot boxes, just cosmetics.
I mean, that's all I've ever wanted. But
Shit's hard, brah.
that's fine.
Shit's hard, brah. Moving on. So yeah, they had more sports ball.
I'm hoping that's like a industry-wide shift.
Oh,
just getting away
dude,
from loot
the amount of
boxes.
shit that came down on Battlefront 2, we're done with loot boxes forever. I think
I
we
don't
said,
know if that's just
everybody.
EA or if that's going to be industry-wide. You know what I mean?
yeah, I think in general the practice is going to be, like, you're still paying for cosmetics, but I don't think it's going to be, like, loot boxy. I think it's going to be, here's $5 for this giant shader pack. Like, that's kind of how I see it. Or some shiny version of a Javelin in Anthem. That's my 2 bits.
Yeah. Why is someone holding up a T-Mobile sign with wings?
That's probably Golden Boy.
Okay.
I got nothing out of that. I thought I'd at least get a chuckle. Actually, Golden Boy's not there. I don't think so. I think he's at Optic Arena today. And he's supposed to come back to do the, he's going to do play-by-play on the big celebrity Pro-Am Fortnite event that they're having. Yeah, so moving on. They had more sports ball, with people making questionable clothing choices.
Soccer version?
After sports ball, they went to Command and Conquer. We gonna take a minute to piss on all of the dead people of Command and Conquer's bodies. We gonna take a moment to do that because that's clearly what EA thought they were doing, right?
I'm surprised In Control decided to show up and do that.
Yo, In Control had one line that game, and it was the correct line. I'm here to build mammoth tanks. That's all. That was it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yo, they paid him to come out there and do that. Boys
Take
gotta
the
eat.
money.
Boys gotta eat.
So, but it's basically Clash Royale, right? I've never played Clash Royale, so I don't actually know. But it looked like there were lines and like you just send things.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it Clash Royale because it looked like it was more built to be a actually competitive game, whereas Clash Royale is meant to be a game that steals money out of your pocket.
They're both probably doing that.
Yeah, they're both probably doing that, but
one that might be shinier than the other. They're both. It's a mobile game. Mobile games have one goal.
To be honest,
It does seem more cartoony than what I remember of Command and Conquer as well.
well, in your defense, you never played Red Alert 3.
Okay. I didn't play any Command and Conquer, so I don't know.
So Command and Conquer always kind of had that thing where it was kind of like this corny-ish style of story, and then they had Red Alert 3, and they took it to 11 in Red Alert 3.
They took drugs.
Yo, they had magical schoolgirls. Joseph Stalin went to space to stay away from the Allies. Literally, that's a cutscene. I'm so mad at you, Commander. I'm going to go to the one place I know you can't find me. Wait for it. Space! Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, my thoughts on the game. As a game, it actually didn't look that bad. I'm never going to play it. As someone who played pretty much every Command and Conquer game up to Generals, I can understand why every single fan of Command and Conquer thinks they're being pissed on right now. Because for the past 4 Command and Conquer games, they have been. They had the free-to-play browser game. They had
maybe this is just a suggestion. Maybe it's just time to just let it go. Just let it go.
You mean like yeah? I think the last game they tried to do was Generals 2. They tried to do a Generals 2, which was so bad, EA didn't even think it was right to piss on Command and Conquer frames by releasing it, and they canceled
it. Yeah.
Let me put it this way. They canceled Generals 2 and released this. That's how bad they thought of Generals 2. Just saying.
It's a mobile game. Don't make money off of it.
Oh, certainly. Like, they probably spent $200 to make it.
Here's $50. Make me a mobile game to make money.
That's literally what mobile games are. Is like, here's $50, make me a mobile game, and it returns almost as much money as your AAA games.
Here's $50. Go
Yeah.
get me free cash. Nintendo, give me free stuff.
So after that, what? I guess after Command and Conquer, we go right into. They probably had something more sports bally that I forget and don't care about. And then they went into Anthem.
Yeah.
Yep.
I did watch the. I didn't watch the developer interview, but I watched all the gameplay stuff. Anthem.
Yeah, if you watch the developer interview, you are missing out on actual facts that came out of the Game Informer interviews.
I saw what you posted. I haven't had a chance to read over anything.
Yeah.
But
Generally, I've gotten more info out of the Game Informer interview and Twitter questions and comments than I have actually watching anything that appeared at E3.
yeah.
Um, I thought the game looked better in 2017. For some reason, we have this thing against fading HUDs. Like, we can't do fading HUDs anymore. Like, our HUD has to be gigantic and obnoxious.
Everything about all of the everything on that screen was horrible.
Yeah,
Like the damage
numbers,
like
combo everywhere.
Those were like larger than like Phantasy Star Online 2, which had like enormously annoying like damage numbers and like indicators on the screen. Like,
Let me put it this way: if Diablo 3 decided it was going to show every damage number, that's what I would have imagined Diablo 3 to look like.
Ew.
Like,
I'm hoping you can turn it off.
like,
I mean,
like the
everyone's
damage
asked for
numbers
it.
were bigger than some of the enemies. That's like,
Yeah, I would.
that
That was.
shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah, that was like the two very first things I saw were just the damage numbers and that UI. That UI just felt horrible to me. I don't. It was just ugly. Like, I don't really know what else to say about that UI. I didn't know what was going on there.
Aren't they? So does it go into beta in February, or is it February the full release?
Full release in February.
Full release.
In the Game Informer interview, when asked if there was going to be a beta, the exact answer was, "I cannot talk about that at this time," which literally means we're going to have a beta.
Vote of confidence. Vote of confidence in data. Vote of confidence of doom.
Maybe it'll be somewhere along lines of the Titanfall 2 test demo.
That went well.
That thing was bad. Yeah. Yeah. There was no argument. That test demo was bad. So maybe
They should have just not done that. They should have just not done that.
They should have not done that. They should have just released that full game and just.
I would have bought the game then.
That test demo drove more people away than brought them to that game, and that game is actually really good and really fun. But
When are they releasing their battle royale mode?
Shut up! Oh, that was another thing we forgot. Respawn showed up in there, and by that I mean Vince Capella sat in the crowd. Commentator sat beside him and asked him 3 really awkward questions, and they had nothing to showcase. I don't even know what. Yeah, Respawn should have not come there. Respawn should have not been there. They asked him, "Hey, we're working on the Star Wars game that you all knew about. We have a name for it too." And we're done.
Yeah. Well, and then he was like, and it's gonna be a dark time.
So it takes place between episode 3 and 4.
Okay.
Yeah,
The Clone Wars.
Vince should have not been there. They should have had no announcements. They should have taken the day off. That was.
Yeah.
It is impressive how EA managed to fuck up what should be a free money license with all their Star Wars games.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing that they manage to trip over themselves constantly. Like, making money off Star Wars games should be just like you should be able to just churn stuff out and get money. But they somehow fuck it up. So it's impressive that they managed to fuck it up.
You can't fix stupid, Ryan. You just can't do it.
Yeah. Game now.
No.
Sure.
Fine, but we're still talking.
I don't. Yeah, sure.
So,
I don't know that was there ever like a bad Star Wars game outside of the 2 that EA did? Like recently, the Battlefield games.
I honestly have not played a Star Wars game.
I mean, I know of a bunch. I don't play a lot of them. I mean, you played the one with Darth Vader's apprentice. How was that game? That game always looked kind of dumb to me.
I think
Oh no, I just
Star
bought it. I haven't played it.
Good one, bro.
I honestly think the last Star Wars game I played was like Rogue Squadron, which was like.
I've probably
12,
played Knights of the Old
years.
Republic. I probably did a replay
15
of Knights of the Old Republic before I've played anything
15
else.
years ago.
I mean, I'd probably go Knights of the Old Republic in one of the Rogue Squadron games. That's probably
You
it.
wouldn't play Knights of the Old Republic 2?
I have it.
All right. So same situation that
Yeah.
You
bought it.
both bought games that you've never played.
Dude, don't talk about it. Like,
Don't act like you don't have a Steam library.
I used to have a Steam library. I don't have a Steam library.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about games I own but never played collection. I don't want to talk about it. Mine gets
Yeah, yours
worse
is
every. Mine's
probably
really bad.
pretty interesting.
I hate having a job. Yeah, so overall I was not really pleased with how that all went with Anthem. Like, long story short, it just the last showcase they did was just better.
Well, I mean, they didn't really show much the last showcase, really.
They had showed gameplay. They showed a live gameplay video. That wasn't even a live gameplay video that they showed. That was just blatantly cut. Okay, I'm gonna have to stand behind this barrier. Yeah, that was. Yeah. We're beside you, Ryan.
There's divas up there.
Shield's gonna go down.
Sombra's on right there.
Got the zone.
Please cover Sombra.
And stun.
Ooh, this isn't good.
Excellent, thank you.
Alright. Yeah, so I think we've pretty much covered all of our thoughts for it. Now, the one thing I will say about Anthem, so IGN and Game Informer both got to go up and play the actual game itself, and both of them sounded like it was really good and that they really liked it. They both still had questions, but they were like, yeah, this is really good. We enjoyed this. Like, there really wasn't a lot of negativity coming out of that. Some questions, but not really much in terms of negativity. Hey, we won a Widow duel. That was unexpected. You don't want to chase it? I tried.
Would have finished it off.
Zen died.
Yeah, so overall thoughts on EA's presser?
Sucked.
Yeah, that was probably the worst press conference I've watched since Nintendo had a really, really bad one years back.
You're going to be okay.
Like, Nintendo had one that was bad a while back that was probably still worse than this one. It was the one where they revealed Skyward Sword. It was just bad.
Is that the one where they had like the awful Wii motion controls demonstration that looked like
Yeah, Wii Music
horrible.
didn't work. Basically, the Wiimote didn't work.
Shock face.
Which that was the last live EA presser that Nintendo ever did. They don't. They just. That was so bad. They just decided to stop doing them live. Period. Alright. Yeah, it was just a bad press conference. It was really bad. It was really fucking bad.
Yeah.
I'm hard pressed to find a way that a press conference could be worse than that.
Hello.
Hello. We're talking about how bad EA's press conference was. And I'm gonna post it up on my YouTubes.
I didn't consent to that.
Well, you're being live streamed on Twitch right now, so I don't know why you care.
I didn't consent to that. Oh, Sombra has armor. She's really weak.
Oh, I tried to do Electric Cowboy.
Diva's over here.
It's still over here.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna do like another talk like this on Monday, not Sunday night. Might do it myself. No, nobody wants to join me. I'm probably gonna play Splatoon while I do it.
Okay.
James, you bury your placement. You bury your placement.
Not my fault you're not standing behind it.
The Widow just had a free lane
I'm
though,
not ready to hang it up.
which is why our Zen died too. Also, putting on the low ground. They just
Soldier and Break going right side.
You want it on the high ground? Oh, I'm high.
Wow, this is death.
Ah, shit.
Oh well. So, anybody else got anything to add overall in the EA press conference before I cut up this vid to post to YouTube?
I didn't consent to that.
No.
I'll just say it was DaleHunterBad.gif and call it a day.
There you go.
Yeah. I think what shocked me the most about it, there were 0 new releases. Like, 0 AAA new announced releases. And in my opinion, it probably would have been much better had they not shown the Battlefield 5 trailer before this and unveiled Battlefield 5 there. Not that the Battlefield 5 trailer would have gone any better, but it's just that they just didn't announce anything. There was nothing new there. There was so little information.
E3 isn't for announcements anymore, man. That's what all the shows before E3 are for.
But yeah, that's my 2 cents. It's just I have a hard D on it. Like, it's not an F, but it's a hard D.
Phrasing.
Thanks. And with that, I can cut this off.